So I've been an entrepreneur for about a year now. I started in January, so call it 10 months, and only till now have I seen some form of results. I'm making a bit of online money now. I'm actually making progress, and I have a vision for the future, and it's a very good vision, and I'm going to actualize it. But that's only happened after around 10 months. One of the biggest mistakes I have made during my journey is the fact that I'd kept on switching. Now, I know you'll see all these videos talking to you about, oh, don't switch business model, don't get shiny object syndrome. And you might ignore it, but honestly, it's one of the most important things to do for you. Because I've tried around 5 businesses in this time. I've tried TikTok automation, I've tried YouTube, I've tried crypto, I've tried pay community, and I've tried a clothing brand. And each time I'd work on it for around 2 or 3 months. I'd start seeing a little bit of progress. I'd be posting on TikTok, I'd be getting quite a lot of followers at this point. And then I'd have an epiphany or a new idea, and I'd think, oh yeah, I like the sound of that. So I'd torn down every single thing that I'd done, switched over to the next business model, worked on it for 2-3 months, made some progress in it, had a new idea or a new epiphany, switched over. And this happened 5 times. And only until the past 2 or 3 months have I stuck to this business model, and I've realised now that I need to stick to this business model that I'm doing. Because I've effectively wasted a year of my life. Obviously I've learnt a lot of lessons, I've changed as a person a lot, so it's not been a complete waste. But in terms of getting to where I want to be, the one main factor, which is making money, I've not done it. And that is because I switched business models so many times. If I stuck to the business model that I started at the start of this year, I probably wouldn't be on 10k a month yet, but I'd definitely be near. I'd definitely be on 5-6k a month and be happy and be free and be making a lot more money than people around me. But no, that's not what happened. That's not what has happened. I just want to tell this to you. I'm speaking to you as if you are my younger self right now. If you are starting a business, or you want to start one, or you're in the process of building one, do not switch. I don't think you understand the sense of regret that I have towards myself, simply because I have wasted so much time, so much progress, so much effort, so much energy, and quite a bit of money on these businesses as well, just for them to be nothing now. They don't even exist anymore. The TikTok accounts, the crypto accounts, the clothing brand, it does not exist anymore. And another thing that I've noticed is that when I was inside these business models, when I was actually working on them, I was still quite prone to switching inside them. For a lot of them I had to create content online, like TikTok automation, YouTube, clothing brand, pay community. A lot of the time I was switching between different things, even with the business model that I'm doing now. Firstly, I'll tell you a bit about my business model first. So effectively I'm highly into self-education, things like mindset, business, emotional control, subconscious mind, all like topics like that, reading books, watching courses. I'm highly into that. So I teach everything I learn in a paid community at school. It will be linked in the bio because the game's the game. And to get customers, I post content on TikTok and on here, I'll be honest with you. So originally, I was posting on Twitter. I was engaging every day, dropping tons of posts, dropping tons of value. It was looking good. I was making a lot of progress. I got to about 230 followers in about a month and a half, which on X, it's pretty impressive. So I was making good progress on there. But then I thought, I don't know, is my target audience really on X? I tried putting some logical thinking into it. I didn't really consider every factor. I was like, my target audience isn't on X. I'll move over to YouTube. So if you go back around probably 3-4 months now, all those YouTube videos that I posted a while ago, they were for this business model. But after around 2 weeks of posting, I was posting consistently every day and I was just tired. I was burnt out. I was like, Jesus Christ. And I wasn't even seeing any results. So I was like, okay, I'll switch it up again. I'll start posting like a personal brand content, recordings of me on TikTok and Instagram Reels. So I did that for around a month, made some good progress, got around 250 followers on TikTok. Instagram growth wasn't great, but Instagram's a weird one. But then I made a really stupid mistake on TikTok that set me back a little bit. I was like, shit, I've just wasted a lot of progress. I effectively ruined my account because, I'll explain it quickly. TikTok doesn't like a variety of content on one account. If I was posting videos of my face speaking to the camera, but then I posted a different style of content just to test it out, because a lot of businesses just testing and iterating. I tested it out, tried to get a feedback loop from it, but the only feedback I got was that it messed up my account. So I was like, shit, what do I do now? So I thought for a bit. I was like, okay, I'll get rid of the account, start from zero again. Now I'm posting, I write tweets, like not motivational tweets, like educational tweets and things like that, to effectively try and motivate people, because my target audience is people that like motivation. They watch motivational TikToks. You probably know the guys I'm talking about. You're probably one of them if you're watching this, to be honest. And then now I'm obviously seeing results of it, because I've stuck to the tweet model and it's worked and I'm making money with it. But even inside this business model, I've switched about 3 or 4 times, and that's wasted me 4 or 5 months of my life. 4 or 5 months of progress. I've lost out on 4 or 5 months of money. And I think this is probably one of the most valuable lessons that you will hear on YouTube, and it's coming from a personal relatable story. I'm not saying it because all these other YouTubers saying it. I'm saying it because I don't want you to make this mistake. I'm effectively speaking to you as if you were my younger self right now. However, there is only one reason, or a few reasons, but one main reason as to why switching business models is actually a good idea. And I could argue that this was my form of logical reasoning as to why I switched business models. A lot of the time I switched business models because I put some actual logical thought into it and thought, okay, this work seems more enjoyable, seems more purposeful, I have a clearer vision for it, I can see myself doing it in 5 years. Is it the more logical reason to switch? And after a while of thinking about it, I was like, yeah, it is. So I switched. That is the only reason why it's actually okay and a smarter decision to switch business models. If you find it more enjoyable, because you're building a lifestyle here. You're not just building a business, you're building a lifestyle, you're building your future, you're building your freedom. You want to make sure your work is as enjoyable as possible. Work where you can actually sit down and enjoy what you're doing. Like right now I'm recording this YouTube video and I'm actually enjoying it. I've probably got a little smile on my face because I'm actually having fun whilst doing this. That's why I didn't want to do SMMA or drop shipping or trading, because honestly, it doesn't sound that enjoyable to me. And all the other business models, I didn't really enjoy them. I didn't find any purpose in them. The work was kind of sloth and I just didn't really want to do them. But other than that, that is the only reason you should switch business models. If you're seeing their results, you still don't switch business model. That's simple. It's the biggest lesson that you will learn today, tomorrow, next year. And if you do switch business model, coming from my point of view, coming from my heart, in about 6 months to a year's time, you'll have a deep sense of regret inside of you. Unless you've already made it with another business model, you do. But if you switch one business model, you're likely to switch again. So please do not switch business model. I can't stress it to you enough. It is the worst thing you can possibly do, and it's kind of underlooked. But I'm going to end the video here. So if you want more videos like this, I'm trying to teach guys that either are startup entrepreneurs or want to become an entrepreneur and start a business, build a life of freedom, achieve goals, escape the 9-to-5 life. If that sounds like you, then subscribe, or if I'm going to sell you something here, click the link in my bio if you want to join my school community, where I'll teach you how to rewire your brain for wealth and success. I'll give you a step-by-step business model. I'll teach you about health, mindset, discipline, productivity, defeating procrastination, and a lot more. It's very cheap as well. Very cheap for what I give you. So if you're interested in that, then just go click the link in bio. But if not, subscribe. You don't have to buy from me. I'm making these videos for you. The money is just a little side thing in it. So subscribe, click the link in bio if you'd like to, and I'll see you in the next video.